जरा माधव कुंज विहारी कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गिरिवरधारी यशोदा यमुना हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. एवं निष्ठपालकं परिवारिकाचार्य स्वर्गस्य अभिचरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी गोपाल की समस्त गौरव दाय गौर ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन तदे स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, welcome to all of you for this session. So today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 9th Canto 2nd chapter as a part of Bhakti Vedanta. And also if time permits, so we try to at least half of third chapter also understood. So in yesterday's class, we discussed that Vaivasvata Manu he appeared from Vaivasvata, and so there goes some explain from yes. Okay. Please. Is it not audible? Okay, that's it. Span. Oh, okay. So we have seen Brahmaji appeared from Bhagavad Gita's novel, then from Brahmaji, Marichi appeared from Marichi, Ashyapa, and in the womb of Daksha Prajapati's wife, daughter, so Aditi, so Kashyapa got Adityas, that is one of Adityas, the Surya Bhagavan. And Surya Bhagavan's wife is Sangya. So in Sangya's womb, he produced Vivaswan, Shraddha. Another name of the Vaivasvata Manu is Shraddha. And Shraddha got married to Shraddha. And in her womb, Shraddha, he got a child by the help of Vasishtha Muni. By Vasishtha Muni gave the suggestion to do his Kulaguru, but they performed a yajna. So in that yajna, by performing the yajna finally, because many days, Vaivasvata Manu doesn't have children. So on the suggestion of the Vasishtha, so he performed a yajna using the rituals. So there one unwanted thing happened. What is that? Actually, his wife, Vaivasvata Manu's wife, approached one of the Ritvik and she expressed her desire to have a girl, girl child, a boy. So because of that, as for her desire, so Ritvik always offering, while offering that, he was, so he was having a sankalpa to have a baby girl. So that's why they got a baby. Either Vaivasvata Manu was not happy so much because he was desiring a boy. So then he approached Vasishtha. Then Vasishtha Muni, by his power, he made that boy, the girl Ila into boy. So his name is Sudyumna. And Sudyumna, one day he went along with his Amatyas, his ministers, to a forest which is the foothills of Sumeri. There, that forest is Sukumara. In that forest, generally, it's Lord Shiva and Parvati, Mother Parvati. They used to have intimate pastimes. So, but when they entered into that forest, Sukumaravan, immediately all Sudyumna and along with him, all the ministers, they all became female. They got female body. So they got surprised. So then Sukadeva Goswami explaining to Parshut Maharaj the reason why this forest is making like this. The reason is one day, so when Lord Shiva and Ambika both were having intimate pastimes at the Rishi's cave, and she felt very shame when she was in the lap of Lord Shiva. So by seeing the third sages, Rishis. So then Rishis quickly turned their face and from there they went off to the Narayana Rishi. But Lord Shiva as a so to pacify her, so he gave he made that anyone enter into this forest, they all should become a female. So like that, so that even if they have any intimate fastness, if female is female, then there is no problem. So like that, so he made like this. So then, so this is the story Sukadeva Goswami explained to Parikshit Maharaj. So then after that, what happened? Sudyumna became a female, very beautiful. And after that, he was traveling the forest to forest, various forests. And she actually no she went to the along with this other Amatyas in female body. So they went to a one ashram there. So Chandra's son Budha was there. Budha saw her. He got captivated by her beauty. They got love each other and they got married. Then after that, so Buddha produced a boy, Pururava. His name is Pururava. So then after that, Ila, that means Sudyumna, female Sudyumna, that's Ila. She was worrying about his kingdom and so on. So when she thought Vasishtha, then at that time Vasishtha prayed because Vasishtha is a Kulaguru. So he prayed to Lord Shiva. So that he can get the permission to make Sudyumna to the female into the male. So then Lord Shiva to keep his words towards her, his wife, so he gave provision that Sudyamnu can become 1 month male and 1 month female. So that the respect for that forest is also is maintained and also Vasishta's request is also is fulfilled. And finally, like that, Sudyamnu was ruling his kingdom for several years and he became old. Then after that, left the kingdom and took the Vanaprastha. So then after that, by seeing this Vaivasvata Manu thought that now, so he want, that means someone to rule the kingdom. So before that, actually, his Sudyumna gave this kingdom to his son Pururava. But so after this, Vaivasvata was desiring to have children actually. So now his one child is left to the forest. Might be thinking he became child, became already old man, and how Vaivasvata is thinking to have further children. So but he was after that only he desired for the children. So and he got after that 10 children. So the names of the children, 10 children was mentioned in the 8th canto. In the 8th canto, 13th chapter, we have seen these names of his children. So Iksvaku, the first child is Iksvaku. Vaivasvata Manu's sons, these are all. Okay. First child left the forest. Means he became old and he left. Now Vaivasvata Manu is getting so the lifespan of Vaivasvata Manu is how much? Whole Manvantara. That means 71, almost Mahayugas will be deciding. That means one Mahayuga is how many years? 43 lakhs 20,000 years into 71. This many number of years. So that's why Vaivasvata Manu now also he is there. Vaivasvata Manu still he is there. He is seeing what we are doing. So Manu's descendants were all Manavas. So Manu's descendants are known as Manavas. So that's why he is there and he is the in charge for this Manvantara. So end of this Manvantara he will be there. So that's why he got another 10 more children actually. Iksvaku, Nabhaga, Dhrsta, Saryati, Narsyanta, Naabhaga, Dista, Tarusa, Prsadhra, and Vasuman. Like this, 10 children he got. So now today we are going to discuss about their descendants in this chapter, second chapter. The name of the second chapter is the dynasties of the sons of Manu. Yes. And God is no, when Sudyumna left, then after that, why was Manu thought to have his 10 children? So Pururava was also yeah, Pururava. And his grandsons, they will also they will also. So two Vansha will run parallel. No. This Pururava is now Candra Vamsa. It's an amalgamation happened. So when Candra Vamsa will also same time yes. So because now merging happened because of the Sudyumna. Somewhere I read that Vishwanath Amrish Maharaj is sometimes. Yeah, Amrish Maharaj sometimes. So they were contemporary. I didn't see like that. Till now, I don't. Okay. So now there is amalgamation happened because of the. Actually, see, Sudyumna belongs to whom? Sudyumna belongs to the Surya. Okay, why was Manu's son? But he became she, and Ila, and she produced. He became she, and she produced Pururava. Now Pururava is produced through whom? Through the Buddha. Buddha belongs to Chandra. So that's why Pururava is Chandra Vamshi. Her father's dynasty only. But Surya Vamsa is now vacant. Vacant means already he has 3 sons, of course. So Sudyumna has 3 more sons. Na? So he gave the uh, Dakshavarta. Dakshavarta he gave to them. So now Iksvaku, Vaivasvata Manu wanted actually even more descendants to rule the king. So that's why Vaivasvata Manu produced 10 more sons.
I see the yes. Tika was given first time. Same day is given second time.
Not necessarily.
Not mentioned.
Not mentioned. We are just
repeating it.
We are just repeating. Not mentioned. So first, everyone have textbooks? Yeah. Sri Sukha Uvacha Evam Gateta Sudyumne Manu Vaivasvata Sute Putrakamustapastepe Yamunayam Shatam Samaha. If you are also participating in reading translation, it will be helpful for today. Prabhuji, we can read the translation.
Supreme was always said, that is, so you know that the small percent of there was a Saryati and some skillers that from 100 years.
Next. Tato yajat manurdevam apatyatam harim prabhum Iksvaku purvajan putran leve swadrishan dasha.
Then, because of his desire for science, the Manu, known as Candra worshipped the Narsyanta, the Lord of the Universe. Thus, he got cancers exactly like himself. Along of the Lord Subharu was the eldest.
Iksvaku was the eldest. Names already we have seen. There are the 10 names. You can see in the 8th canto, 13th chapter. Iksvaku, Nabhaga, Dhrsta, Saryati, Narsyanta, Naabhaga, Dista, Tarusa, Prsadhra, and Vasuman. So each one son name will come again, and also their descendants. So among these 10, we are picking up whom Prsadhra. So in third sloka we can see Prsadhrastu mano putro Gopalo guruna mrutaha Palayamasa sadayanto Ratyam virasana vrataha.
None of these sons should ever follow the order of his spiritual pastor. While engaged as a group, he would stare all night, sword, give the cow.
Prsadhra story, why it has been taken? Because Prsadhra is not going to have further sons. His dynasty, he is not going to get married and increase the dynasty. That's it. Because of that, Sukadeva Goswami first picking up. Of course, Iksvaku is the first son, but so whoever is not going to have the children, those names are mentioned first. Rasa Vishwanath is saying, Tatra Prsadhrasya Vamsho na Abhu iti. Prsadra's dynasty is not there. It is Sahetukam Aha Prsadhra Ityadina. You want this to read? See on the projector? And projector it is needed or not? So Tatra Prsadhrasya Vamsho na Abhut. Prsadra's dynasty is not there. No children. So what is the reason? The reason being explained here now. Sa hetukamaha Prsadhra ityadina. खड्गपाणेः satas tishtataha jagaranam virasanam tadeva vratam yasya sahayattah savadhanah. He was taking the sword to protect the cows. Prabhupada is writing wonderful purport. One who becomes virasana takes the vow to stand all night with a sword to give protection to the cows. That is known as virasana. Because Prsadhra was engaged in this way, it is to be understood that he had no dynasty. Why he has no dynasty? We are going to see in coming 3-4 slokas. Further understand from this vow accepted by Prsadhra how essential it is to protect the cows. Some sons of a Kshatriya would take this vow to protect the cows from ferocious animals, even at night. What then is to be said of sending cows to slaughterhouses? This is the most sinful activity in human society. Okay? Cows are foundational blocks, fundamentals for stable economy. Without cows, there is no stability in economy. Without cows, there is no possibility of Vedic culture. Without cows, there is no possibility of existence of humans. It's impossible. Without cows, there is no possibility of Krishna consciousness. Is it true? How can you say without cows, Krishna consciousness is not possible? Prabhuji, holy name is there, we are chanting holy name. And why we need to have to save the cows? And how we are connected with the cows? So now question is raised by Venugopal. Answer will be given by our Bhakti Vedanta teacher. Our title will be coming Bhakti Vedanta something. You are all great. Yes, Prabhuji.
The Krishna consciousness is service of Krishna. So cows are very dear to Krishna. So cows are Krishna will get.
But cow is composed of the matter, and we say, so we are not this body, we are not this material world, and we are all, I'm putting a counter argument just sake of increasing the discussion. So they are all also matter, and holy name is there. Why we need to bother about the pleasing the cows and so that Krishna will be pleased. Chant Hare Krishna. Happily sit in the cities. Why we need to serve the cows? Mataji. This Mataji. Next after. What is your name, Mataji? Okay. Excuse me? We don't need any Vedic culture. Holy name is enough. Why we need Brahmanic culture? In Kali Yuga, no culture is followed. First, I am just countering, but I will answer all of you. Just defeating. Because this is going on. Hypocrisy is going on in our society actually. This is the hypocrisy. I'm just I am a hypocrite now, and on top of that hypocrisies, I am speaking actually.
Many of the
Yeah, fine.
So, at many places in Manipur, we have written that brown milk, when one drinks, it uses or it nourishes the final tissues or final tissues of the brain.
Yes.
And those tissues of the brain, when they are nourished, one is able to understand the spiritual matters, one is able to understand the Vedic,
Yeah. The subtle subject matter of the Vedic literature.
Because he is able to follow it and understand it. Then only one can really, in a proper way, follow Krishna consciousness.
Yes. So, But holy name is there. How the holy name will take care? Instead of taking pain of serving cows and drinking cow milk, I will not drink cow milk. I will take holy name. नमो ब्राह्मण्य देवाय गो ब्राह्मण्य हिताय च जगत हिताय कृष्णाय गो. Then cows are very dear to Krishna. So that's why we should serve cows. Holy name is nothing but Krishna. So we'll serve holy name. Then everything will be served. Yes, true.
From our childhood, we survive. At least to maintain body, eat cows.
At least to maintain body. We don't need any body. Holy name is enough.
Holy name will be sacrificed from body.
So actually, yeah.
Nowadays, strong milk, they are rejecting. People are saying nowadays they are rejecting strong milk. People are saying that we better not take strong milk. Instead of they are saying that you drink milk made of coconut, or you can say milk made of soya,
Yes,
or whatever it is. So we are family culture here. This is strong milk.
Wagons.
Yeah.
Wagon culture. That means we don't want to take any product coming from the animal. So this is the veganism is going on. So yeah, so in our devotees also they say that holy name is there. Why all these things? In Kali Yuga only holy name. What is the need of the Vedic culture, Brahmanical culture? What is the need of the cows? We don't need anything. It is true, absolutely. For whom? For Haridas Thakur. For whom? For Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's absolutely true. It is absolutely true for such a person who got the complete Dhrsta on the Lord, full surrendered soul. Whoever surrendered fully to the Lord, he doesn't need to just Goswamis, did they keep any cows in their ashram? They were just chanting. Haridas Thakur, did he keep any cow? He was chanting. If you are like Haridas Thakur, ready to chant like him, you are no need to take care of the cows. There is no need. Definitely we accept that. But what is our qualification? Still, we are not in the path of the pure devotion at all. The condition given by the pure devotion is not at all satisfied by our activities, which was given by the Rupa Goswami. Anya vilasha sunyam gnana karma jana uttamanukulyana krishnanusilanam bhaktiruttama. It is demanding the very heavy qualification actually. The complete surrenderance. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja is the beginning of devotion. Pure devotion begins with Sarvadharman, full surrenderance. You should remember this. So Prabhupada is sending in the last class, in the last module, did I discuss this? Faith means strong faith. So did I discuss this, Prabhuji? Yes. I discussed, no? Yes. Yesterday we discussed in the last module. So I don't remember. And also it is said that until unless if we don't develop Dhrsta, we cannot enter. How many are there like? How many are there 24 hours doing bhajan like the Haridas Thakur? So if we are in the pure devotional platform, then nothing is matter. But you need the everything. You need the body. You need the facilities. You need the help of the material things. Then in that case, you cannot reject the cows. And cows are very very fundamental blocks for our fundamental things in our life, day-to-day life existence. Without cow culture, we cannot see the progression of the spreading of this movement. It's impossible. Because you see, the present way of lifestyle is based upon what? Which of the economy is very artificial. Previously, the economy is our existence is you have to eat or not, we have to eat or not, we should eat. So, and we should eat, and from where we should earn, that should be. We are living because of the food, and that food comes from the land, cows. So, and Krishna is the center, land and cows should be the center of are the major sources of our economy. Our dependency should be on the land and cows. Our dependency now is turning towards what artificial means working in the corporates and working in the industries. This is not at all actually a stable economy. This is not a stable life. Tomorrow, if there is a fall down of the economy, if there is a losing, there is a recession and there is a problem of the so firing off the people from the companies. Even they increase the further sophisticated machines, and now artificial intelligence is coming and it is replacing the humans. Human intelligence, artificial intelligence is replacing human intelligence, and they are trying to demons always trying to take the power in a center. That means they want to concentrate power in their hands. And that is the agenda they have. That is the policies. That is the research they do, and they make society to travel towards that. But this is absolutely demonism. Like Hiranyakashipu wants the control of everything. It's like a Hiranyakashipu's culture. So to make the people happy, they should have land and cows, and they should live with the land and cows and worship Krishna. Land, cows, and Krishna. This is the philosophy Prabhupada has given. And all the points whatever you said are very, very important. By drinking the cow milk, now we are not able to understand Shastra. Even we are reading this so many years and years, but still the subtleties of Shastra is not entered into our consciousness because we are not able to understand because our tissues, our brain tissues become so blunt actually. And it is so sinful. By eating the sinful food, actually, our tissues, our body, everything is also become sinful. What is the mean you are using to earn your money and so that you are sustaining body is also very important. Vikarma is allowed in emergency. Often doing the Vikarma and offering is allowed for the people who are neophytes. But as much as we are becoming the Krishna consciousness, our the livelihood, the means for the livelihood also should be as per the dharma. Dharma is very important. This movement has to take the shape of working on the fundamentals and following the pious life actually. Vedic life, Vedic culture. This is the vision of the Srila Prabhupada actually. In this regard, I would like to share something just within 2 minutes. Uh, you remember that conversation 1977 February 14th? Prabhupada was having one conversation. Anyone about the so he was telling the practical problems of the society and what we should do in future. Anyone remember this? 1977 February 14th. So let me give 1 minute so I will open it. Okay, shall I read that for all of your Prabhu? Yeah, yeah. It's room conversation. There. Actually, you see, Prabhupada is saying our position is different. We are trying to implement Krishna. So before that, you see, few words. Hariswari Prabhu was asking if that's done, then how will those who have some potential to be educated, how will be reorganized? So next, educate them or control. So give them facility education. There is no next. Lord Chaitanya from here we can go. Lord Chaitanya when Ramananda Rai so brought this up, he said it was not possible in this age to introduce this. Before this is It's about the actually I cannot read the everything. So it's a context is Prabhupada was telling that to implement the Varnashram Dharma. So but the Harishwari Prabhu and Swarup Maharaj, so they are asking me several questions in this. So this is the context. Because because even the Avanas and villages were following the Kshatriya system in Krishna's time, just like Jarasandha. He had all the chivalrous respect of a Kshatriya, even though he was a human. But nowadays, okay, this is everybody is Sudra. Nobody is Brahmana. Nobody is. Prabhupada, no. So Prabhupada is saying Sudra is to be controlled only. They are never given to be freedom, just like in America. The blacks were slaves. They were under control. And since you have given them equal rights, they are disturbing, most disturbing, always creating a fearful situation. Uncultured and drunkards. What training they have got? They have got equal right. That is best to keep them under control as slaves, but give them sufficient food, sufficient clothes, not more than that. Then they will be satisfied. Harishwari Prabhu. If that is done, then how will those who have some potential to be educated, how will we recognize them? Then Prabhupada either educate them or control them. Give them facility of education, but there is no education at all. Even for whites, there is no education. So we are stressing on the point of education. You educate and certain section as Brahmana, certain section as Kshatriya, certain section as Vaishya. In that education, we don't discriminate because he is coming of a Sudra family. Take education, be qualified. Then you talk, not by words. Sasuru. Lord Chaitanya, when Ramananda Roy brought this up, he said it was not possible in this age to introduce this. Actually, Ramananda Roy said that. So Kali Yuga, for the Kali Yuga, so this is Varnashram system. So actually, in the conversation of the Ramananda Roy and also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was asking what is the best. Then when Ramananda Roy said that Varnashram system, then Prabhupada said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that even further, that means a higher system he was. So that was the discussion. So then Prabhupada is saying here, yes, not. He didn't say possible. He didn't say impossible actually. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was interested only on the spiritual platform. He had no idea of material side. He rejected material side. But don't we do this also? Prabhupada, no. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no idea of material side means what? चैतन्य महाप्रभु को ये नहीं पता है क्या भौतिक जीवन कैसे रहते हैं इधर प्रभुपद ऐसे क्यों बोले चैतन्य महाप्रभु को मिडिल साइड माइक 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 yes Prabhu.
As you said earlier, that Mahaprabhu and the person like Haridas Thakur who are totally engrossed in chanting 24 hours. And for them, it's completely material. Therefore, he rejected.
That is later actually, but no idea he is saying. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had no idea of material side. You know what it means? It is a very deep meaning it is having. Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is nothing but Krishna. Yes? So Krishna doesn't have any kind of experience of material pain. Anytime Krishna experienced any material pain, Maya Devi, that means did she took in her control and did she give any pain to him? Giving material body, through that material body getting the sufferings. Is it happened to Krishna anytime in his whole? So history? Never. So even if you see like Krishna is coming to this material world, is he experiencing the Maya? Never. But he has the idea about the Maya, but he has no experience of the material pain. If you say Krishna has experience of the material pain, what problem will come in our philosophy? Maya is superior to Krishna. Maya is able to influence Krishna. Can you accept this? That means Maya can come in front of the Lord at all? She cannot come at all. So that means we should understand that Lord doesn't have any kind of experience of this material pain, but he has only the knowledge. Sarvagna is, but no experience. It may be a new point for you, but it's a fact. So that's what Prabhupada is saying. He had no idea of material side, means he has no experience of material pain. So that's why Vaishnavas, they have experience. Who became the pure devotees? So those Vaishnavas, they have experience of the Jivatma's pain. Being Jivatma, they have experience. And by seeing the painful person, since they have experience from that, this pain is touching their heart and immediately they will be getting the Krupa. And they are distributing the Krupa to them. And that's why Vaishnavas only will make devotees. Krishna will make devotees independently by his own mercy. He never do that. If Krishna does like that, then what will happen? There couldn't be even a single Jivatma in this material world now. It is not happened means what? Krishna is not going to give the beginning mercy. Who is giving? Beginning mercy. Beginning mercy only devotee will give. This is the foundational philosophy. So that's why Prabhupada is saying he had no idea of material side. He rejected material side. Probably mic में बोलिए तो सुनाई दे नहीं.
Krishna said, "Loving that this matter is
मयाध्यक्षेण सुयते प्रत्युत्सकाय दुःखालयं शास्ति." He knows information. Even you can know that means America is so luxurious place. You can know that means China is so and so. Someone said, knowledge is different from the experience. Experience is the cause for like someone has jaundice, so that person who had now previously jaundice, and by seeing the jaundice person, he will be getting immediately compassion. But who heard, that means who heard that's corona. So who just heard corona is a very painful thing. So by seeing the corona patient, will he get the krupa? Or the person who experienced the corona disease. So who will get the mercy of that about the corona disease person now? Who will get? The person who experienced. That's the difference. Experience is different from the knowledge. Okay. Huh? Transcendental.
pastime. Although it's a pastime. Right? Can you say it's a experience for Krishna? He had had it. Not only came, he asked for some. What was that? Not experience.
If you also couldn't understand, you are saying what? Narada Muni came? हाँ.
इसमें अपने सिद्धांत का ही वो किया स्टडी की.
अच्छा.
उन्होंने आए थे ना बताने के लिए कितना से प्यार करती हैं. What was?
हाँ. He was headache. He was having. He was गोबर उठा रहे हैं. कहीं तो झाड़ू लगा रहे हैं. कहीं तो ये कर रहे हैं. और राम के रूप में जंगलों में गए हैं. जंगल में कांटों पर चल रहे हैं. और ये सभी क्या है? आंसू बहा रहे हैं. तो ये जंगल में चल रहे हैं और भूखा प्यासा होकर पूरा पत्नी के लिए ढूंढ रहे हैं. ये सभी एक्सपीरियंस क्या है? ये सभी एक्सपीरियंस इज नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ माया. इट्स ऑल आउट ऑफ yoga mind. So that's all transcendental activities. That's completely different actually than the pain which is coming from the mind.
तो जब कोई भी से रिलेटेड कुछ भी बोलेंगे तो फर्स्ट टाइम कृष्ण भगवान के साथ कोई भी ऐसी घटना हुई होगी दैट बिकम फर्स्ट टाइम.
Yes. धर्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देवं पुनर्जन्म नेति मामेति सोदर. All my activities are transcendental and they are not out of the Maya. They are not the experience of the suffering Maya actually. It's not. But people who doesn't know the Lord's potencies, they think that apparently Krishna or otherwise Manushim Tanumasthitaha. They all think that so he is also a human being and experiencing the pain. but he is always transcendental. That's why they are imitating him and so bringing the false philosophies and false agendas they are fulfilling on the name of Krishna. He was having so many gopis, then why don't we have living together? They use this kind of examples so to support their arguments in our so-called mundane, so-called legislators. So anyway, so the point is absolutely if you want to understand this point, Lord doesn't have experience of the material pain, you can refer in the Bhakti Sandarbha. It is discussed very elaborately and also in the Paramatma Sandarbha. This is for your reference. So Lord's heart is touched by all the time the devotion only, not the any material pain will touch. Material pain will touch the heart of Vaishnava. Material pain will touch the heart of the Vaishnava, and because of that, his heart is very soft, immediately it will flow the mercy. So that's why beginning mercy for the Jivatma is given by one and only, that is Vaishnavas. So that's why Vaishnava Thakur ki Vaishnavas are more merciful than this is being discussed in the once again in you can see Bhakti begins from the beginning from the Vaishnava's mercy. This is discussed in Madhuri Kadamani recent discussions. If you have time, so kindly visit Madhuri Kadamani. So first 2-3 lectures, till you can find them in the Golok Pond channel. It is there. You'll understand more further clearly. So I'll come to our point. So Prabhupada is saying now our position is different. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is completely Lord and also he is completely purely in the devotional platform. We are trying to implement Krishna consciousness in everything. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally took sannyas, he rejected completely material Nishkinchana, but we are not going to be Nishkinchana. We are not going to become Babajis. We want to set an example to the society. Even if we are becoming the pure devotees, we follow the dharma to set the example to the entire society. We want to become the Goshtyanandis. We are not Bhajananandis so-called, and ashrams we are going and Vrindavan. So previously it was done in our movement. It is experimented and already it gives so many bad results actually. One Babaji, dozens of women. This was there actually. So now we don't want such a Babaji culture. No. We are trying to cement the troubled position of that is also in the perception of Bhagavad Gita. We are not rejecting the whole society. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected everything. Then if you want to follow, you say holy name will be saying, then you reject everything. You reject your wife, you reject your children, you reject your family, you reject your money, you reject everything. Then take the holy name and chant 24 hours. Then you don't need to save the cows. No problem. We'll allow you to not to care for cows. Prabhupada is saying, not me. We are not rejecting whole society. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected everything. Iha Bahya rejected everything. I don't take much interest in this Bahya. It is external. We were simply interested in the internal, the spiritual. But our duty is that we shall arrange the external affairs also so nicely that one day they will come to the spiritual platform very easily. So that's why this cow culture, Brahmanical culture, is going to shift the person to the pure devotional platform. It is very much needed. So, but our duty is that we shall arrange the external affairs also so nicely that one day they will come to the spiritual platform very easily, paving the way. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally like that. So they have nothing to do with this material world, but we are preaching. We are preaching. Therefore, we must pave the situation in such a way that gradually they will be promoted to the spiritual plane, which is not required. So, Satsavud, Varnashram is not required. Not required? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu denied. I am not Brahmana, I am not Kshatriya, I am not this, I am not that. He rejected. But in Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvarnyam Maya system. So, Krishna, preaching Krishna consciousness, it must be done. But in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's practical preaching, he only induced them to chant. हम लोग तो चैतन्य महाप्रभु को फॉलोअर्स हैं, हम लोग ओनली चैंटिंग प्रचार करेंगे, बाकी प्रचार तो नहीं करेंगे, हम लोग चैतन्य फॉलोअर्स हैं. प्रभुपाद क्या बोल रहे हैं? That is not possible for ordinary. What to simply induce people to chant? So Harisori is saying, what to simply induce people to chant? Prabhupada, Harisori, he only introduced just chanting. So then Prabhupada, but who will chant? Who will chant? Satsvarup. But if they won't chant, then neither will they train up in the Varnashrama. So that is the easiest, the good point actually. Satsvarup Maharaj is saying very good point. So if there is no chanting, then even they don't do Varnashrama also. But Prabhupada is saying, the chanting will be there, but you cannot expect that people will chant like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 16 माला के लिए भी गाड़ी कटारा गाड़ी इधर ढकेलते दिन भर मॉर्निंग 4 और आफ्टरनून में 4 और इवनिंग में 4 और रात में सोते सोते 4 करके कैसे ना कैसे बाप रे बाप हो गया ये स्थिति है। और चैतन्य महाप्रभु का एग्जाम्पल लेके हमको कोई जरूरत नहीं, हमको हम होली नेम को शेल्टर ले लिए, ये होता है क्या शेल्टर लेना? ये कभी नहीं होता एक्चुअली। हम लोग इसीलिए शुद्ध भक्ति का स्वरूप को भी समझना चाहिए। शुद्ध भक्ति करना माने कैसा क्वालिफिकेशन को लाना है, क्या क्वालिफिकेशन चाहिए शुद्ध भक्ति करने के लिए, कौन कर सकते हैं, ये भी डीपली समझना चाहिए। ये प्रॉपर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ना रहकर भक्ति महारानी सबसे इंडिपेंडेंट है, लेकिन आप में योग्यता है क्या ऐसा भक्ति करने के लिए, ये तो देखना चाहिए। इट्स डिपेंड्स, इट्स अ पॉइंट ऑफ पर्सन एक्चुअली। So that's what Prabhupada is saying. Chanting will be there, but you cannot expect the people will chant like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They cannot even chant 16 rounds. These rascals are going to be Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in 1977, 50 years back when he was on the planet and his disciples, he was seeing like them. Now you tell me what is the situation of our society? So many people, they have taken initiation, but they are not chanting 16 rounds also. There are many, many villages are like this. Many, so hundreds and thousands of people are like this. So you can see the swings in your own devotional life. So sort of no, but if they at least will chant and take some prasad, Prabhupada, chanting will go on. Who is asking to stop chanting? That is the point actually, Prabhupada. That is not stop. But at the same time, the Varnashrama Dharma must be established to make the way easy. Or sorry, well, at least my own understanding was that the chanting was introduced in the age of Kali because Varnashrama is not possible. It's a very good question, na? Many people they say here, now also they are saying this. So in this age of Kali, Varnashrama Dharma is not possible to implement, only chanting is only the solution. Then what is the answer of the Prabhupada for that? Prabhupada is saying, because it will clean the mind, chanting will not stop. So therefore, the chanting was introduced to replace all the systems of Varnashrama like that. Hariswari Prabhu's point is very excellent point. So then Prabhupada what is saying? Yes, it can replace. That means chanting can replace all other systems. But who is going to replace it? There is a need of person to replace, na? So the people are not so advanced. If you imitate Haridas Thakur to chant, it is not possible. So we tell them go on with your job, but chant also. So that's why Prabhupada is finally saying, yes, Thakar apnar kaje, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, apnar kaja ki. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommended sthane sthita, and if they don't remain in the sthana, then Sahajya chanting will come. Sthana means you should be situated in your guna and karma, based upon that your occupational duties. So just like the Sahajyas also have got the beads, but they have got 3 dozen. We don't want to bring our society like once again like what happened before Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Just the holy name is enough, and we don't want anything, and we bypass all the rules and regulations. We don't follow any rules and regulations, and the free mixing of the man and woman. Then what it yielded actually, what it made actually society. It became a very nasty society at that time. So the people used to scold anyone. They used to use the name of Vaishnava. किसी को गाली देना तो क्या नाम यूज करते हैं? वैष्णव बोलते थे, क्योंकि वैष्णव का स्थिति उस समय इतना गिरा। एक आदमी का 12, 13, 14, 15, 3 डजन मीन्स 36, 3 डजन 36 वुमन, एक बाबा जी औरतों को जो विधवा स्त्री है धाम में सेवा करके जाते तो उन लोगों से संबंध रखकर ऐसा होगा। तो मैंने कोई रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन, सब लोग बोलते थे आप भी भगवान की सेविका, हम सेवका, सब लोगों मिलके करेंगे सेवा, कोई रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन है, वुमेन है न पुरुष है, ऐसा कोई भेद नहीं हम लोगों का, सब भगवान का सेवक है, करेंगे मिलके साथ में। क्या करेंगे सेवा का? कुछ नहीं। इट विल बिकम ओनली Just a Sahajya chanting. It will become a Sahajya chant. Sahajya chanting will come. Just like our name is with her, our sannyasi. He was not fit for sannyasa, but he was given sannyasa. And 5 women he was attached. And he disclosed. 1977, अभी तो हालत देखिए क्या है. So therefore, Varnashram Dharma is required. Simply show bottle will not do. So the Varnashram Dharma should be introduced in all over the world. This is the very, very advanced age. In 1977 means, after February means, after that he was there only for 5-6 months. In the November, Prabhupada left. So that means, that means later instructions. Important, he has seen the movement for the last 12 years, 14 years. He has seen the movement, how it was. He was seeing the practical problems. He was asking to stop the hypocrisy. So unqualified people are just putting them in that stage of the Haridas Thakur and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and rejecting everything is not allowed. So that's why cows are very important Vedic culture. Without Ahara Suddhi, there is no Sattva Suddhi. We cannot understand basic things also, we'll just sleep in the class. If we are not properly, our body is not nourished, we are not having the proper, that means sattvic food, which is offered to the Krishna. So then we cannot nourish, that will not nourish, otherwise our bones and our blood and our all tissues and all the muscles, everything is filled with the sin because of the sinful food. And environment is, everything is polluted and demonically we are earning the money. So land and cows are very important. And this is a solution for the society also. Without the cows, how can we expect the life, a peaceful life? Without that, also one more point, actually you all said. So Krishna is Gopal. So if you want to become a Gopal's servant, you should also know how to love the cows. That's a very important point. If you want to go to the Golok Vrindavan, you have to do Raganuga Bhakti. Raganuga Bhakti means following the lifestyle of Brajavasis. Brajavasis lifestyle, if you don't follow and you want to be like just a modern techie, and with this techie consciousness, can you go to the Golok Vrindavan? Never. It's impossible. Until unless we should practice the Raganu Sadhana Bhakti. Means what? Following the Ragatmika Bhaktas. Means what? Following the Vrajavasis. Vrajavasis, what they do? They always with the cows. They always with the land. They always with the forest. This is the consciousness. One should develop, one should serve Lord. So physically or otherwise mentally, the way Vrajavasis they serve, that is known as Raganu Sadhana Bhakti. We should develop this consciousness. It's very important. And then only one can get the eligibility. So that's why every village should be Vrindavan village. That's the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu want. Everywhere there should be Lord's name has to be distributed. And so it should be propagated. Every village should be based upon the cows and land. And this is the vision of Srila Prabhupada. And there should be a stability in the development of our movement. So that's why Prabhupada is writing in this purport. This is the most sinful activity in human society. Killing the cows is the most sinful activity. People are just, so that's why Prabhupada is not at all happy with any kind of political parties who are, because they are not bothering about the cows. And so that's why Prabhupada wanted devotees to protect the cows, take up the sattvic lifestyle, simple living and high thinking, and chant Hare Krishna, produce pure food. And at least now you are all old, so you can teach the young generations to these things. You people can focus on chanting more, but for young people, you have to give this direction practically. So that we should establish such a communities. That will be very much useful. Next sloka. Ekada pravishadgostam Shadulo nishivarshati Shayana gava utthaya Vedasta Babru Murraje. Next.
Once at night, while it was raining, tiger entered the lake of the cowshed. Upon seeing the tiger, all the cows who were laid down got up in the rear and scattered here and there on the left.
Yeah. So Kshatriya's duty is protecting cows. But actually, it is Vaishya's duty. If Vaishyas are absent, then Kshatriyas has to do that. All the Vaishyas' duty. So perfect Vaishya means, so he is protecting the cows, like Nanda Maharaj. They are all Vaishyas and protectors of the cows. If there are the enough number of cows on this planet, sufficient, nice, pure food will be produced. That means we will be getting the nice production from the land also. Since there are no cows, now our land is becoming the barren land. We are seeing the whole Punjab is completely barren land because of that means now they use extensive on the name of the green revolution. They use the extensive fertilizers and pesticides compared to other states. So that the first state which ruined by the is fertilizers and pesticides. And because of this, they got this so much, that means heavy intensified pesticides they used, and they are victims of the cancer. Now there is a cancer train in your state, this state, yes? Cancer train is there from the villages, all the cancer patients are taken. The whole train name itself is a cancer train because it's taking cancer patients from the villages. That happened actually. We are seeing the horrible things are happening because of the not having the sufficient cows and no cow dung, and there is no fertility of the land. But when there are the cows, enough cows, then land will be so fertile, and also because of the cows and fertile land, then there will be nice rains will be there. And if you follow dharma, sankirtan dharma, then sufficient food is produced and everyone will be happy. This was the solution actually. But the demons, what they want to cut the cows and they want to eat the meat of the cows and use the flesh of the cows to make the different products and sell to us. And they want to control the whole agriculture, and that's why they have given replacing the cows and their factories they started, and they started giving the fertilizers and pesticides and also selling the seeds. And they took the control of the 70 to 80% of Indians are farmers, and they have taken the control of their life into their hands. This is the demonic culture actually, which Prabhupada is rejecting again and again in his lectures, in his teachings. And this is the agenda of the Kali actually. And who is going to break this agenda of the Kali? Only the devotees. It's a duty of the devotees to go against this and save the people. Saving the human society means making the devotees means what? Just by holy name, even if you throw a seed in a barren land, will it going to be any crop? No. Similarly, they are all frustrated with the material miseries and pains, and it's not going to sustain their devotion. No. People are coming and going, very few fortunate people are sticking. Hundreds and hundreds are, I think you might have seen. So you are there connected to this temple for last 15, 20 years. So in the 15, 20 years back, the group, what are there, how much it is there now? Very much, very few, very few you can see. This is happening actually, because they are not able to sustain in the devotion. So that's why that's a first solution is Prabhupada wanted to have the devotee communities. It's very important. So these cows has to be protected by Kshatriya, and he's taking the sword in the night time. And but one day one tiger attacked on those cows, and that one cow is caught by that tiger. Then what happened? And it screamed actually. And when it screamed, so then he immediately got up. Ekam jagraha balavan Sachukroša bhayatura Tasyastu kranditam sritva Shadronu sasaraha Kadgamandaya tarasa Pralino dugane nishi Ajanannavicchano brabro Shira Shardula Shankaya. Oh my God, what another happened? Next, translation.
A very strong tiger sees the cow. The cow screamed in distress and fear, and the shepherd, hearing the screaming, immediately followed the sound. He took up the sword, but because the stars were covered by clouds, he mistook the cow for the tiger and mistakenly cut off the cow's head with his great force.
On that night, actually completely that was a rainy night. Clouds completely covered the moon and also stars. Nothing is visible. And when tiger caught this cow, one cow was caught and the cow screamed and immediately Prsadhra came with sword and just he is following the sound and he thought that it is a tiger but he chopped off the head of cow unfortunately. Great force. व्याघ्रोऽपि वृक्नश्रवणे वृक्नश्रवणो निःसृंशाग्राहतस्तथा निश्चक्राम वृषं भीतो रक्तं पति समुत्सृजन्.
Because the tiger's ear had been cut by the edge of the sword, tiger was very weak and it fled from that place while bleeding on the street.
So cow's head is completely off, but tiger's only ear was cut and it was screaming and ran. Blood was bleeding there. So what happened? Manyamano hatam vyagram Prsadhra paraviraha Adrakshit swahatam babrum Vishtayam nishidukhitaha.
In the morning, when Shantanu was quite able to subdue his enemy, saw that he had killed the cow, although at night he thought he had killed the tiger. He was very unhappy.
Oh, he was the lover of cow, but unfortunately, cow is being killed by him. So, tam shashapa kulacharyaha krutangasa makamataha nakshatra bandhu sudrastvam karmana bhavitamuna.
Although Prsadhra had completed the same unknowingly, his family praised Vasishtha because him, saying, in your next life you shall not be able to become a Kshatriya. Instead, you shall take birth as a Shudra because of killing the cow.
Oh, he gave curse to him. Kulaguru. Who is that Kulaguru? Vasishtha gave curse to him. Hey, you are such a sinful man. You killed the cows. And he gave curse to him to become Sudra in the next life. जानबूझ के किया क्या? जानबूझ के तो नहीं किया. लेकिन बिना इंटेंशन से किया तो उनको इतना पनिशमेंट दे सकते हैं क्या? वशिष्ठ जो किया सही किया या नहीं किया? Did Vaishya do right thing or not? What do you say? What is your judgment? Huh? Unintentionally is done and given this such a severe punishment. Maybe some light punishment could have been given, but he told that you will become a Sudra in the next life. So there you have to see the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur on this. What is sloka number? 9. Vishwanath ji is saying, Akamatah anityatopi krutaparadantam shashapa natu krupaya prayishchittam upadesha atikopena vichara apagamat. Vasishtha, because of the anger, he lost the intelligence. And being a Kulaguru, he has to correct his students. And unintentionally, akamataha, here it is seen. We are seeing the sloka akamataha. That means Prsadhra doesn't want to kill actually. Intentionally, he didn't do. Kruta paradantam shashapa. Natu Kropaya Prayaschitta Upadesha. Actually, being a Kulaguru, Vasishtha could have given a remedial process to come out from this sin, which is done unintentionally. But he couldn't give a curse actually. Giving curse is because he is not offender actually. Because he didn't do that with intention. That's why Vasishtha is really what? Durmatihi. Here Vyasana Thakur is establishing here Vasishtha as Durmatihi. Bad, intelligent, bad person. On what basis he is saying Durmatihi? So there is one important point actually. In sixth canto, I think what is that chapter? Khatam, huh? 6:7:36. Very important purport. So, what is the meaning of this 6:7:36? You see, based upon this, Vishwanath Thakur is saying Vasishtha is a bad man. What is that 6:7:30? Okay, I'll open that. 6:7. So here, Katam Vigarhyam no Karomyadhishvara Pauroda Samrishyati Yena Durmati. What it means? The meaning is a Brahmana who desires to achieve happiness by gaining wealth through professional priesthood must certainly have a very low mind. A Brahmana who desires to achieve happiness by gaining wealth through professional priesthood. Brahmana should not become a professional. Taking money professionally and working, they will become definitely must certainly have very low mind, means durmatihi. So Prabhupada is writing a wonderful purport. A first class Brahmana doesn't accept any rewards from his disciples or ejamans. Even so, practicing austerities and penances, he instead goes to the agricultural field and collects food grains left by the agriculturists to be collected by Brahmanas. So similarly, such a Brahmanas go to the marketplaces where grains are produced and sold wholesale, and there they collect grains left by the merchants. In this way, such exalted Brahmanas maintain their bodies and families. Such a priest never demand anything from their disciples to live in opulence, imitating Kshatriyas or Vaishyas. That means Brahmana is doing the Siloncha Vritti. So, in other words, a pure Brahmana voluntarily accepts a life of poverty and lives in complete dependence on the mercy of the Lord. Not very many years ago, a Brahmana in Krishnanagar, where it is, near to Mayapur actually, near Navadvip, was offered some help from the local Jamindar, Raja Krishnachandra. The Brahmana refused to accept the help. He said that since he was very happy in his householder life, taking rice given by his disciples and cooking vegetables of tamarind leaves. Therefore, was no question of taking help from Jamindars. That means Brahmanas only should accept only that much so that they can live their life. And even if they give something more forcefully, he should give it in a donation. Then only one will be pure. Taking Brahmana thread means not just taking thread. Because we are not at all, see, the purports are very clear. Vision is very clear. But where we are in the implementation, we have to understand this. We should live in a very, very simple life, not the sinful life. There should not be any kind of, so that means enjoying mentality. If it is there, then there is a contamination of the heart. We will not allow to understand Shastra properly. Further, you will, because of your contamination, you will not see that the broad meaning of those sentences. You will take the very shrinking meanings of those. And you are always in the narrow mindedness because of lack of purity of the heart. So that's the conclusion is that Although a Brahmana may receive such opulences from his disciples, he should not utilize the rewards for his priesthood for his personal benefit. Everything he should give to the temple, and Lord Prabhupada was staying in a small hut in Maya. You all see? You all saw that? He was in the opulent luxuries? No. He was in a simple hut. That is he demonstrated his life. So if we want to follow Prabhupada, we have to follow in the actions. The conclusion is that although a Brahmana may receive much opulence from his disciples, he should not utilize the rewards of his priesthood for his benefit, but he must use them for the service of the Supreme Personality of God. So here Vishwarupa was saying when demigods came and asked to him to become their priest, and he was saying, I don't want to lead my life under the opulent persons. So some whatever the things he gives. So like a professional priesthood, I don't want to be. So in that context, this is a sloka and Prabhupada is writing, and Vishwanath Chakravarti here, Vasishtha is a professional priest, taking the money from the kings, and that's why he's mati, durmati, and for his disciple, and he gave such a severe curse actually, which really should not be given. He could have corrected him with the simple prayashchit atonement. Is it clear for everyone? And he said that even not to become Kshatrabandhu, but he said to become Shudra. Severe punishment this is. So next sloka. Oh, okay, we will have purport of this also. This sloka. Very few slokas we have purport, we don't read everything. In the purport of this sloka, it appears that Vasishtha was not free from tamoguna, the mode of ignorance. Prabhupada is writing, and based upon the commentaries of Vishnu. As the family priest or a spiritual master of Prsadhra, Vasishtha should have taken Prsadhra's offense very lightly, but instead Vasishtha cursed him to become a Sudra. It is the duty of a family priest not to curse a disciple, but to give him relief through the performance of some sort of atonement. That's Vishnu was saying. Instead of giving some prayaschitta, he gave the curse. It's not a right thing. So, however, did just the opposite. Therefore, Srila Vishnu Chakravarti says that he was Durmati. In other words, his intelligence was not very good. So when Brahmana become opulent and luxurious, he cannot be a Brahmana. Brahmanatni fails and he cannot teach the right philosophy to the society. He cannot teach the original meanings of the text. He cannot teach the vast inside deep meanings as it is because of his contamination of the heart. It's not possible. That's why Brahmana should accept volunteer poverty and simplicity. He should be always simple. All the creatures should be simple. Yes. And not to be so luxurious. Next, evam shaptastu guruna pratyagruhnat krutanjali adharayat vratam veera urdhvareta muni priyam.
When the hero Prsadhra was thus cursed by his spiritual master, he accepted the curse with all ignorance. Then, having controlled his senses, he took the law of brahmacharya, which is approved by all great sages.
Yes. Anyway, he's so nice and humble student. Even Guru was giving curse. Krutanjali, his son, with folded hands, he accepted that shapam as Mahaprasadamiva Pratyagruhnat. Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying he accepted this as a great mercy. That is the devotion. So whenever there is a even unwanted things happen for his personal life, not for the other Vaishnava. For his personal life, any unwanted thing happens, he accepts it as a Mahaprasadam. Like in the case of example, Ambarish and also before you will go even back. No, come later. No, between. Anga. Anga's son he was a devotee and he thought that his son will be very nice, but निकला कौन निकला भयानक निकला वेन निकल के आया उससे इतना परेशान हो गया बेचारा तो सोचा क्या कैसा पुत्र मिलेगा लेकिन पूरा रिवर्स हो गया तो उसको कैसा स्वीकार किया बहुत अच्छा है भगवान पहले तो सोचा कैसा भगवान ये सब पुत्र को दिया भगवान की व्रत करने के बाद वो उत्पन्न हुआ है वेन अंग को तो लेकिन निकला इस प्रकार का तो उस समय उनका रिएक्शन क्या है बहुत अच्छा है भगवान मेरा प्रति बहुत बढ़िया काम किए हैं मेरा जो भी आसक्ति है इस शरीर की प्रति इस बंधु बांधव पुत्रों के प्रति इसको खत्म कर दिए हैं चलो छोड़ दिया किंगडम चले गया फॉरेस्ट और भक्ति किया अपना जीवन उद्धार कर लिया अब यही सेम ये वैष्णव भी ऐसे प्रसद्र भी एक महान वैष्णव है इस गुरु जी का ये जो actually unjustified curse even it is given he took it as even in the case of Parishad Maharaj even in the case of Prsadhra he accepted this Mahaprasadamiva Pratyagruhnat iti Guru Bhakti Lakshanam natu ya tvam aparamrishya muhyam kimiti vritva shepasi iti pratyuvacha iti bhavaha he didn't ask, hey, Gurudev, why you give this kind of curse to me? It's completely wrong. You are unjustified. Your curse is not justified. Did he say like that? He didn't say that. But for personal life, one can take like that. For other Vaishnavas, if anything happened bad, and seeing that, so Vaishnava can react for it. Okay. So he took this as he didn't any aparamrishya mahyam kimat without asking me. That means what happened in that night without asking all the details. You simply gave curse seeing I killed the cow. So this is a completely wrong thing. Like that, he didn't question his guru. Simply accepted his curse. Then after that, what? Tena parityaktopi puro bhaktiman nishpratyuham nistarati iti prakarinika Prakaranikaha Siddhantah Dyotidaha. Okay, finally he took the what? Vratam. So Brahmacharya Vratam he took not to get married. That's why Prsadhra doesn't have any dynasty. He doesn't have any dynasty. So that is the point actually why Sukadeva Goswami is mentioning first out of 10 sons his name. एक का तो अभी हो गया और बाकी का देखेंगे इसलिए समझ में आ रहा है Next, what he did to go into the forest. Vasudeve Bhagavati Sarvatmani Pare Male Ekantitvam Tato Bhaktya Sarva Bhuta Suhrit Samaha what is that? Vimuktasana Shantatma Samyataksho Parigraha Yadruchayopapannena Alpayan Vrittimatmanaha Atmanyatmanamadhaya Nana Trupta Samahita Vichachara Mahimetam Jadanda Badira Akruti. This. Okay, Mataji's.
Thereafter, Prsadhra gained relief from all responsibilities, became peaceful in mind, and established control of all his senses. Being unaffected by material conditions, being blessed, being pleased with whatever was available by the grace of the Lord to maintain body and soul together, and being equal toward everyone, he gave full attention to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vasudeva, who is the transcendental super soul from material contamination. Thus, Prashantra, fully satisfied with pure knowledge, always keeping his mind on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, achieved pure devotional service to the Lord, and began traveling all over the world without affection for material activities, as if he were dumb, deaf, dumb, and blind.
Yeah, he was doing bhakti. Vasudeve Bhagavati Sarvatmani Paremale Ekantitva means what kind of bhakti he was doing? Aikantika bhakti, Suddha bhakti he was doing. Everything he left. Gato Gataha Bhaktya Sarvabhuta Surut Samaha. He was equal to all the living entities. Vimukta Saraha Shantatma, completely satisfied in his heart. Yadrichayopapannaya Kalpayan Vrittimatmanaha. So whatever is available here and there through the fruits on the just trees are the best donors actually. He was eating and living his life. And finally, Atman Atmana Madaya. He is seeing the Supreme Atma means here, seeing the Atma in Atma. Atma means what you should take here. In the heart, he was seeing the Lord. Like in the case of the Jadabharat. All the time, Jadabharat in his heart, he was having the, that means reciprocation with the Lord, not the Paramatma, with the Krishna. And Gnana Triptaha, here the word meaning of Gnana Tripta means Bhakti Triptaha. You should take here Gnana Tripta means Bhakti Gnana Triptaha. Is fully satisfied with the Bhakti Gnana. Who is saying? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying Gnana Triptaha means what you should take here. So, Kintu Bhakti Vitriptaha iti bhavaha. Gnanena Triptaha Kintu Bhakti Vitriptaha iti bhavaha. Because of the Bhakti Gnana came. So, he is fully satisfied with the Bhakti. So, like that, so he was spending his life. Then what happened after that? Evam mruto vanam gatva Dhrsta davagni muktitam Tenopayukta karnam brahma Sorry. Tenopayukta Prapa param munihi Chaliye. 4 years. Next, Mataji.
With this attitude, Dista became a great saint, and when he entered the forest and saw a blazing forest fire, he took this opportunity to burn his body. Thus, he achieved the transcendental spiritual.
So there was a forest fire, and he was not fear of that, and completely, finally, went back to the Lord. So Prabhupada writing in the Purple Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, Dharma karma cha me divyam evam yoveti tattvataha tyaktva deham panarjanma naiti mamiti sojana. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities doesn't, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode. Oh Arjuna, this is the meaning of that sloka. Prsadhra, because of his karma, was cursed to take his next birth as Sudra. But because he took to saintly life, specifically concentrating his mind always upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he became a pure devotee. Aikantitva is there now. Based upon that, you should understand that he is a pure devotee. Immediately after giving up his body in the fire, he reached the spiritual world as mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Mameti Sorjuna, as a result of his devotional situation, devotional service. He didn't become Sudra in the next life. Vasishta scars nothing. He do nothing actually. So devotional service performed by thinking of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is so powerful that although Prsadhra was cursed, he avoided the terrible consequences of becoming a Sudra and instead returned home back to Godhead. So that means because of previous prarabdha karma, whatever we did in the many lives, So because of that, prarabdha, in what kind of different yonis we may have to take, but one, if we come to the Krishna consciousness, so you'll be saved. So in the Brahma Samhita also is said next. Huh? Brahma Samhita.
One can nullify the
By performing the austerities, one can nullify
the curse.
curse of a Brahmana. Yes, if you have powerful Brahmana than him, you can. But if there is dharma towards him, you cannot nullify that. If dharma is there towards that. So in giving that Brahmana, so he has dharma, is following dharma, and so according to dharma only he gave curse, then you cannot nullify that. So sattva gunam is there. That means dharma is his side and dharma rakshati rakshata. He will be good. His curse is protected. कवि कनीयान विषयेषु निस्पृहो विसृज्य राज्यं सह बन्धुभिर्वनम् निवेश्य चित्ते पुरुषं स्वरोचिषम् निवेश कैशोरवया परं गता ठीक है. What he is asking by austerities, jnana sadhana. That's not
Being reluctant to accept material enjoyment, Manu's youngest son, whose name was Kavi, gave up the kingdom in accompanied by his friends. He went to the forest, always thinking of the self-important supreme personality of God. It is the core of his heart. Thus, he attained perfection.
अभी कवि का नाम क्यों आया इधर? क्योंकि वो भी आगे नहीं बढ़ा है डायनेस्टी को, इसीलिए उनका भी नाम है. So what he also took the Kavi gave up kingdom before attaining full youth, accompanied by his friends. Accompanied by his friends, no. Accompanied by his friends, he went to forest, no. Along with his friends, he left the kingdom. अब मित्रों को ले जाके क्या करना चाहिए? उधर थोड़ा सा ट्रांसलेशन में एडिटिंग है, वो एडिटिंग ये है कि सो बंधुभिः सहितं राज्यम. Bandhubi Saita means along with all the friends, relatives, he left the kingdom. Like that he should take. अभी friends के साथ बंधु means friends, relatives सब आते हैं. उन सबके साथ जंगल है क्या? उधर भी वही संसार रहेगा. क्योंकि यात्रा में सबको ले जाते हैं बहुत अच्छे से, भक्ति उन लोगों को चका देंगे करके, लेकिन होता है उल्टा. उधर वही संसार चलते हैं. उधर भी ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए, ये है, वो नहीं है ना लोग. Yeah, all Prabhuji, they should take one prasthashram. Okay, next. Karushan manava dasan Karusha Kshatra Jatayaha Uttarapata Gottarum Brahmanya Dharma Vatsala. Okay.
From Tarusha, another son of Manu, came the Karusha dynasty, a family of Kshatriyas. The Karusha Kshatriyas were the kings of the northern direction. They were celebrated protectors of Brahminical culture and were all godly religious.
Yes. Manu's one of the son is Karusha. Prsadhra over Kavidor Karusha is now. Karusha's descendants all became Kshatriyas. So they were celebrated protectors of Brahminical culture. Next. Dhrsta Dastamabhukshatram Brahma Goyam Gatam Kshitau Mrugasya Vamshaha Sumati Bhuta Jyotistato Vasu. From the son of Manu, named Dhrsta, came a Kshatriya caste called Dista, whose members achieved the position of Brahmanas in this world. Then from the son of Manu, named Nriga, came Sumati. From Sumati came Bhuta Jyoti, and from Bhuta Jyoti came Vasu. Here the important point is actually Dhrsta is what? Son of Vaivasvata Manu. Vaivasvata Manu is which caste? Kshatriya. And Dhrsta is Kshatriya. And but his descendants all became Brahmanas. So Prabhupada is writing. Here it is said, Kshatram Brahma Bhuya Bhuyam Gatam Kshitau. Although the Dhrastas belong to the Kshatriya caste, they were able to convert themselves into Brahmanas. This gives clear evidence supporting the following statement by Narada in the 7th canto, already we read recently, in the 11th chapter. Yasya yallakshanam proktam pumso varnabhivenjakam yad anyatrapi drishyeta tatte naiva vinirtishet. Roji break? Huh? Yes or no? Anyone want break? Huh? Mataji? Huh? Yes sir? Okay. But let me finish this purport and I will give. By seeing this Prabhuji, I got the that point. I remember. Yesterday he said after class, so Prabhu, can you give little small break like that for the instead of doing continuous 2.5 hours. So anyway, just let me read this, finish, and then I will give 5 minutes break. So here Narada is saying, if the qualities of one group are found in the men of another, those men should be recognized by their qualities, by their symptoms. That means by birth he might be a Brahmana, but if you see the qualities of Kshatriya in him, then he should be considered as Kshatriya. So that's why he is saying, Prabhupada is saying, not by the caste of the family in which they were born. Birth is not at all important. It is one's qualities that are stressed in all Vedic literature. That's why this is the because of why the in India Brahminical culture is fall down, because of the birth-based caste system was propagated, and because of this the whole chaos. Instead of the quality, there is a consideration by the birth that messed up everything. No. So, esya yallakshanam proktam pumso varna vivenjakam. So that means Gurukul, when he went to the Sopanayana Samskara, after that when they stay the Gurukul, so Guru will be observing him. So what qualities he having, based upon that, you will put him in the class. Brahmana class, there is a class actually. Brahmana class, Kshatriya, Vaishya classes. So accounting his abilities, he will be so considered that Varna. This was given by the Bhakti Vedanta Thakur. How to organize the present day society in his Sajjana Toshini articles in 1882. He wrote these things. If you have time, please visit that. Thank you very much. For 5 minutes break. How many absent today? Only 2 proposals. Mataji, Sita Kanta Mataji. Where is she?
Yes, sure. After the forest fire.
Yeah.
Seven attempt suicide.
It's not suicide. So it's happened. He was not fear of the either fire or anything. So, like in the case of the Rishabhadeva also, he entered into the forest fire. That means generally in the forest there will be fire and they don't eh, in the samadhi and they don't pay for that also. Body will be burnt and gone like that.
It is not suicide.
Not suicide. Five minutes हो गए ना ये तो syllabus नहीं start करो start because 5 minutes है 5 minutes Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, Dhrsta's sons, Dhastas, they all became Brahmanas. So, next, Dhsta's son, Sumati. Sorry, Dhsta's over. Dhsta's is over. Next, another son we took, Durga. Now, so first is Prsadhra, then Kavi, then after that, Karusha. Now, Dasta is over. Now, the Durga, another son of the Manu, the Durga. Durga's son is Sumati, and from Sumati, Bodha Jyoti, and from Bodha Jyoti, Vasu came. Okay? Next, Vasu, from Vasu, what? Who came? Let us see. Vasoho Prita Kastat Putra Prati Oghavat Pita Kanya Chaughavati Nama Sudarshana Uahatam. The son of Vasu was Pratika, whose son was Oghavan. Oghavan's son was also known as Oghavan, and his daughter was Oghavati. Sudarshan married that daughter. Next. Chitraseno Narishanta Akshastasya Suto Bhavat Tasya Midvastatah Purna Indrasenastu Tatsutah. From Narishanta came a son named Chitrasena, and from him a son named Riksha, and from Riksha came Medhavan, and from Medhavan came Purna, and from Purna came Indrasena. It's not clear. Nobody commented. I also checked. With Sudarsana, that it's not clear. Anyway, Sudarshan once again will be getting Sudarshan praise in the next chapter. Fourth chapter, not next to next. Vitihotras Senat Tasya Satyasrava Bhavut Purushrava Sutastasya Devadattastato Bhavat. From Indrasena came Vitihotra. From Vitihotra came Satyasrava. From Satyasrava came the son named Purushrava. And from Purushrava came Devadatta. Tatognivesho Bhagavan Agni Samabhavut Sutah Kani Naiti Vikyato Jatu Karnyo Mahan Rishi. From Devadatta came a son known as Agniveshya, who was the fire god Agni himself. This son, who was a celebrated saint, was well known as Kani and Jatu Karna. Agniveshya was also known as Kani and Jatu. Next. Tado Brahmakulam Jatam Agniveshyaya Nandrupa Narishyantan Vayah Propto Dista Vamshamatah Shrunu. Okay, from Agniveshya came a Brahmanical dynasty known as Agniveshyayana. Agniveshyayana. Now that I have described the descendants of Narsyanta, let me describe the descendants of Dista. So please hear. So Dista is another. So actually, almost all some 6 sons we are finishing. Dista's sons we are seeing. Dista is also one of the son of the Vaivasvata Manu. And it's very difficult to remember. I don't think they will be asking these things in exam. They should not ask. I request. They don't ask me. This kind of names they don't ask. So that's why someone's mobile is ringing. Nabhago Dista Putronyah Karmana Vaishyatam Gataha Balandana Sutastasya Vatsa Pritir Balandanat Vatsa Prite Sutta Pramshus Tatsutam Pramatim Viduhu Swanitra Pramates Tasmat Chakshushodha Vivam Kshatahi. Dista had a son by the name Nabhaga. This Nabhaga, who was different from the Nabhaga described later, became a Vaishya by occupational duty. So actually Nabhaga, two Nabhagas are there. Here Dishta's son Nabhaga, and once again in the next chapter we are going to see Nabhaga. So that Nabhaga is different. So this Nabhaga became what? Vaishya. This Nabhaga became like Dashtis. All Dashtis they became Brahmanas. And Nabhaga became Vaishya. One Vaivasvata Manu, he is a king. He has 10 sons. One son's descendants became Brahmanas, and another son's descendants became Kshatriyas, and another son's descendants became Vaishyas. So this is a very important point. The son of Nabhaga was known as a Balananda. The son of Balanandana was Vatsapriti, and his son was Pramshu. Pramshu's son was Pramiti. Pramiti's son was Kanitra. And Kanitra's son was Chakshusha, and his son was Vimshati. So now Prabhupada is saying same point. What is that? One son, one Kshatriya's son's descendants became Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas. So from this, what we are going to understand that is being asked, that is being explained here in the purport. From Manu, one son became a Kshatriya, another a Brahmana, and another a Vaishya. This confirms the statement by Narada Muni, Yasya Yallakshanam Proktam Pumso Varna Vivenjakam. One should always remember that Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya should never be regarded as members of a caste by birth. So the point is, you will see, it became very tough for him to become a rishi. Rajarshi became, Vishwamitra was a king and became a Rajarshi, but so he got a lot of, he paid a lot. One can definitely become, you can make even in the mud into the gold. So, but process is very difficult. So, that is, our goal is not to become a Brahmana or Kshatriya. Here the point is, at the time of the Namakarana Samskara, the Upanayana, so then after that joining, Guru will be observing the qualities and he will decide this is your Varna, then he has to stick for the whole life. Otherwise, Shreyo Dharma, Vidharmo, Paradharma, Viguno Paradharma. So then means as opportunity one can change the Dharma then. People keep on changing the dharmas. Even Sudra, if he is in the Brahmanical culture, he is developing the goodness, mode of goodness, he is increasing him also. All Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, all, if they are in the Brahmanical culture, the culture will uplift everyone. You can, what is the point here? Nargam is saying, Prabhupada is saying, So if you see someone taking birth in a Brahmana family, but he is having the qualities of Kshatriya, then he should be given as Kshatriya. But after that, he should not keep on changing every day. No. I will now 10 days, 10 years, I will be Brahmana, then after that, now I am getting the qualities of the another, so I will become another. No. Then that is a Paradharma Viguna. It's a Paradharma.
Decide, but they should show the qualities to decide
Guru will decide. In the Guru. And in the Varnashrama college, Guru will decide. Then how to change this society? Prabhupada is saying establish Daiva Varnashrama Dharma again and again says. Then how to divide the society? Yes, without Varnas, deciding the Varnas, can you implement the Varnashrama Dharma? But we are all grown up people. So that's why Prabhupada is saying. So Varnashrama college, did you hear this name Varnashrama college anytime? Huh?
Yes.
From me only you all heard.
College in Udupi.
Huh?
So or the college in Udupi.
Yes. Huh?
A college in Udupi.
Uh-huh.
There is not
Was not now. Was. Advanced search. Varnashrama college. Varnashrama, how many strikes are there? 2,300 in Prabhupada's Pura complete literature. It's College. How many times it is said? 110 times it is there. In Prabhupada's books and commentaries and literatures. But this concept is deliberately neglected actually in our society. Because of that, we are severely getting the reactions, unable to control and maintain our society. Seeing unwanted results, not able to act, since not accepting the dharma, so we are thinking already transcendental and we are about to all the dharmas and considering this, and we are inviting the many problems in our society and unable to stabilize the society. So Varnashrama college. So Prabhupada is saying every temple should be Varnashrama college. You might be thinking why Venugopal is saying too much about this. Is it my responsibility? Is my mission? It's not my mission. It's a Prabhupada's mission, and that's why which is neglected, we have to teach that. Every temple should be what? Varnashrama college. Chalo आगे. The Varnashrama college has to be established immediately. Everywhere, wherever we have got our center, a Varnashrama college should be established to train 4 divisions: 1 class Brahmana, 1 class Kshatriya, 1 class Vaishya, 1 class Shudra. But everyone will be elevated to the spiritual platform by spiritual activities which we have prescribed. There is no inconvenience even for Sudras. So everywhere, in each center, this system should be introduced. When he was saying this in 1974, Vrindavan, 12th March. But you didn't hear till now. For last 15 years, you are hearing this, reading the books and reading the Gopal. Surprised. Every college, and actually Prabhupada is saying so everywhere. But if you show that you are actually doing something ideal, then they will appreciate. Make a small unit of community and show ideal life, not ideal life, ideal life. खा के सोना नहीं मंदिरों में, पोकट में ब्रह्मचारी रूप में जाइन करके दिन भर खा के सोना नहीं, मेहनत करो. Produce your own food. How many years you beg from the society? This concept is not good. Prabhupada was saying, not I. This begging system should not be there. We should not be lazy. If anyone wants to work in the field, they can come to Mayapur with me. They can join. We have almost 250 acres of land doing agriculture. So one more place. So these two important things took place in the Kurukshetra. So we must have very big temple there, a Varnashrama college. This is my desire. But do you see any Varnashrama college in Kurukshetra? I didn't go to Kurukshetra. Is there? Temple is yes, very good. So this Krishna conscious movement is trying to re-establish Jaya Varnashrama, where Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, everyone, systematic. We are therefore propagating to start a college, Varnashrama college. This college will be given opportunity to become a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. It means anyone is fit to become Brahmana, then he'll be Brahmana based upon the quality we are dividing the society. By giving the open chance to be a student of this Varnashrama college, so those will be given opportunity to become either Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. So based upon that, like that society will be divided. How the society is divided into in the form of the engineers, doctors, lawyers, like that. How? Based upon the qualification. Yes. Similarly, based upon the training, that means we give training equally opportunity for everyone. So whoever is fit for that, they will become that. So that's a Varnashrama college. So it is proposed. We are trying so many things, but this is also one of the program that the people of the world, they should be educated according to the quality of and what Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. Bhubaneswar, 22nd January 1977. In the lecture he was saying. Okay, like this, several instructions are there, which will really uphold our society very strongly. Unless they take to Krishna consciousness, they will not be saved. The Varnashrama college has to be established immediately everywhere. Wherever we got our center, Varnashrama college should be established to train 4 divisions. So like this, many places you can search in the folio. I cannot read everything here. So this Varnashrama is required. Therefore, sometimes I became very eager to start a Varnashrama college. Do the Varnashrama. It has to be the Oh, acha, current. So that's power is off means this net also off. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, we coming to that. We didn't come till that line. So let me come to back. What is the sloka number? Or discussion sloka? So my point is how to divide the society. That's the purpose I said. Varnashrama college is needed. Okay, that's clear. how to do in the present practical modern society, how to divide this, how to implement Prabhupada's mission. That is being said. So Prabhupada gave entire planning, but implementation has to be done. So now we'll be further continuing our purport 9 to 24. So Brahmana Kshatriya may be changed into Vaishya. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita Chaturvarna Maya system. So one is Brahmana, Kshatriya, or Vaishya, never by birth but by quality. There is a great need of Brahmanas. Therefore, this in the Krishna conscious movement, we are trying to train some Brahmanas to guide human society. Because at present, there is a scarcity of Brahmanas. So this Krishna conscious movement is meant for creating the Brahmanas. So many times it says this. So to organize the society, the brain of human society is lost. अभी ब्राह्मणों का कमी है. सब लोगों अभी क्या है, कौड़ी पर चलता है. समाज किस पर चलता है? पैसा पर. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha and bhakti, there are the 5 purusharthas. There are the 5 goals for the human life. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha and bhakti. So what is the final goal for all of us? Bhakti. But before coming to the pure devotion service, one should do the dharma. So you should do dharma for what kind of dharma? Whatever is given by the Shastra. So that means dharma means varnashrama dharma. And by the righteous duties, by following the righteous duties, one should earn the money, artha. And with that artha, he should do the regulated sense enjoyment is allowed for him. But what is the goal of the doing the duties and after that earning money as per the Shastra and for the only purpose is enjoying sense objects? धर्मस्य ह्यापवर्गस्य नार्थोर्धायोपकल्पते नार्थस्य धर्मैकान्तस्य कामो लाभाय स्मृति कामस्य नेन्द्रिय प्रीतिर लाभो जीवेत यावता जीवस्य तत्व जिज्ञासा नातो यश्चेह कर्मभिः. The purpose of having the, that means accepting sense objects is what? Maintaining the body, and maintaining body is meant for serving the Lord. Tattva jignasa. So that's why here the system is what? Now society is fully based upon, not based upon dharma. Wherever there is a money, that is success, they think. Previously, if I am able to follow dharma means I am successful. Like that, but that was the consciousness of society. How the society's consciousness? You all know. You are all quite elder than me, and you all know. Society was running based upon dharma. If you see your parents, your grandparents, so how they were standing on the word. If they give word, even there is a loss financially, but still they will follow their word. That was the value of the society was there. That society is known as society based upon dharma. That is needed actually. Now the people, if there is a money, even in the next minute they will change the words. They cheat at any time. And only the money and sense gratification. This is the present society is centered around this. That's why this is a full of Vaishya-led society. This is Shudra and Vaishya-led society. It's a completely brainless society. Prabhupada is writing. There is no brain now. Now brain has to be created. Who is creating that? This Krishna conscious movement is creating, and all these devotees who want to become a pure devotees, they will be acting as a brahmanas and setting the right example in the society, and so they are becoming the brain for the society who can guide the society. So there is a great need of brahmanas. Therefore, in this Krishna conscious movement, we are trying to train some brahmanas to guide human society. Because at present there is a scarcity of brahmanas. The brain of human society is lost. Because practically everyone is Sudra. That means only sense gratification. So कैसा ना कैसा कमाओ और मस्ती करो. ये है आजकल नया जो भी यंग पीढ़ी है, उनको किसी को पता है क्या धर्म क्या होता है? कुछ भी नहीं पता है. माँ से कैसा व्यवहार करना है, पत्नी से कैसा व्यवहार करना है, पिता से कैसा व्यवहार करना है, कुछ आइडिया है क्या? कुछ भी नहीं. समाज में कैसा रहने की पता है क्या? बड़ों को कैसा रेस्पेक्ट करना है, गुरु को कैसा रेस्पेक्ट करना है, कुछ है क्या ज्ञान? और एक राइटियस मीन में कमाना है, और कमाने के लिए जीवन नहीं है, लेकिन धर्म को फॉलो करना है. ये इस प्रकार की चेतना है कि सोसाइटी में नहीं. जब ये नहीं है, वो ह्यूमन सोसाइटी नहीं है. कर्मेण ही ना वसुभिः समान. हाँ. दैव दैव वर्ण. See, Krishna consciousness is meant for everyone. There is no doubt. But and also pure devotees also they will be acting as per the some varna. Like love how the Lord himself is beyond the three modes, but is acting as a Kshatriya or something. So as a Grihastha. So same way, devotees they should take up so various roles. In the Daya Varnashram Dharma, someone is taking up the role of the Sudra also. How to that? So first of all, we should understand that we are not in the pure devotional platform immediately. Just by chanting 16 rounds, you cannot judge that he is in a pure devotional platform. Can you say? You cannot conclude that. So, but we are thinking like that, but that is not guarantee actually. I cannot say it's wrong, but it's not also, so cannot guarantee also. So that's why people has to be sent to the Varnashrama college. So this movement is having the four phases. Sankirtan movement, temple worship movement, initiation movement, and fourth movement is class and society movement. Prabhupada divided this movement into four phases. First, Sankirtan. So that means we should go to all the streets and distribute the books and distribute the holy name. People are getting the interest towards the Lord to know more. So then that's why we invite them to the temple. So let them come to the temple and learn so who is God and what is the Krishna consciousness and what is purpose of life and what is this process, bhakti process. Let them learn. So that's the temples are needed and we teach them Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So that is known as second movement, temple worship movement. And third movement is so initiation. Once they are becoming the serious, at least for the chanting 16 rounds and following the four regulative principles, we are giving the seriousness is identified and we are giving the diksha, making them serious in this process. That is known as initiation movement. So then after that, those people has to be given training in the Varnashrama college and make them to settle in a sattvic simplified life where they will not be having any sinful life and where they always get the association of so devotees. At that time in the Varnashrama college, they has to be given training as per their quality. Now just they started doing the 16 rounds. Can you say they are all now transcendental? Can you do everyone do every service here now? Here? No, no. We cannot do every service everyone. Can everyone can do? Our physical psychic body can allow everything to do everyone? It's not possible. So as per their qualities, as per their abilities, they should be given with the certain training as a Brahmana, a Kshatriya, or Vaishya, or Sudra. So then that means some are only interested in cleaning the this and some are able to protect and some are but everyone should chant. Everyone should do the limbs of the direct devotions which are given by the Rupa Goswami. They should do in that community. But they will be so practicing different varnas. So, but we know these varnas are only external to the body, so that's why nobody is hurted. Can you say someone is engineer and someone is only cleaning the roads? Can they see any different? Can they envious of that? That is the ability he has and this ability he has. But everyone, but in the outside society they are discriminated. But here we are creating a classless society. Spiritually they are all equal, but they are taking up the different services. Don't consider only temple. I am speaking with respect to the society. You don't fix your mind to the temple. We should come out from the domain of the temple to the society. We want the community people. I am saying for that actually. Someone may produce the clothes, or someone may do the carpentry, and someone may produce the grain, someone may take care of the cows, someone teach the children, and someone like this. This kind of society should be established. This is the fourth movement. So to do that, Varnashrama college is needed. Is it clear now, Prabhupada vision? Is it clear or not? Yeah. So like this, society has to be, and these kind of examples, communities are going to change the bigger population. It's a great preaching. It's a great preaching tool actually. Yes. It is delayed for the again and again many years. Same thing. It's not specific. I'm recently joined there. It's delayed. I'm a kid. You're all.
Small societies.
Yeah. Sivaram Maharaj is trying to implement in Hungary and also Bhakti Maharaj, he has in Indonesia one big community. Bhakti Vikas Maharaj is trying in Nandigram, also Kurmagram. Recently, they so like this, several endeavors are going. But why it is not so successful? Because of not starting Varnashrama college. Without training, if you send to the people on the ground, then they will backfire. That happened actually. Just without proper training, we have to check back. There is no mistake or there is no misguiding of the from Prabhupada's side. His instructions are clear. His vision is clear. While implementing, we got some backfires. By that, you cannot say that it's a like if you got some disease to the hand, you cannot cut off the hand. We have to cure. Similarly, some vision of Srila mission of Srila Prabhupada, we see the backfire in the few decades, in the last few decades. Can you say the mission itself is wrong? Can you say vision of Srila Prabhupada is wrong? No. So that's the point actually. We have to learn from the past and have the right understanding and do the then that is only the solution. Can you think that this kind of modern approach and societal society can be continued for the long? It's very difficult actually in future. So dharma will be fallen. Falling dharma means he cannot exist. Devotees cannot stay in society also in that kind of society. In what about the next two generations? What will be? How it will be in coming two generations? Can you imagine now the situation? How we are degrading in the health wise, in all the health wise, is the degradation, political degradation. There is no raksha for the bhaktas. There is no protection for the temples. And there is no, actually, you can see everything is going opposite. Climate is degrading, everything. Do you think I am Krishna conscious? I don't care for these things and I am anyway chanting holy name. You chant like Haridas Thakur, no problem.
Is also
Yeah, Kali is advanced, and can you say Kali Yuga is impossible? Varnashram Dharma. And holy name is only there Kali Yuga, so that's why you cannot do this. What Prabhupada said just recently. What said Prabhupada? Kali Yuga is impossible or possible? What Prabhupada said? Possible, he said. It should be implemented, must be implemented. Just now we heard or not? But all the time we are fed like that from the beginning. I don't know why. Many places, no, only one place. Only one place. I researched that. You can show me, you can send me to the many places. Many places, 1972 to 77, 5 years, he said, bombarded this. And that is also practical, that's important. Till the time, if you are not in the pure devotional platform, if that is not able to engage 24 hours in direct devotional service, you have to do the dharma. Karma has to be followed. Karma means dharma. And by following the dharma, one will be in the mode of goodness and he can understand the scriptures properly and get the faith on the conclusions of scriptures and develop the Dhrsta. Then he can become eligible to become pure devotee. So it's a Shastra is saying, what about? So Acharya, this Shastra is only whatever is saying, Acharya will implement. And that's why Advaita Last, why it is written. Why the Satkri Saryati is written. And why Bhaktivinoda Thakur is not the Prabhupada's mission actually. It's the mission of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. You read the Sajjana Tosha. How many times and what is the last letter written by the Bhaktivinoda Thakur to the Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur Goswami Maharaj? He was asking to implement this Daivavarnashram. This word is coined by whom? Bhaktivinoda Thakur. If we see the harmonist maxim, Sankirtan movement is important, distributing holy name is important. So Prabhupada is asking to leave the holy name. What he's saying? So to become Vaishnava, one should accept the Varnashrama Dharma. So when the Harisori Prabhu, when he was asking, chanting is the just now we read, na? Still we don't get faith, I don't know why. This is the Kali. Kali is so powerful. He doesn't want to see anyone go against. कोई ऐसा नहीं जाना है अच्छा नहीं उस पर प्रयास मत करो सोसाइटी को अच्छा मत बढ़ाओ Go for the Sahajya chanting. Artificial Sahajya chanting. Okay. Vivimshate sutorambah Swani netrosya dharmikah Karandhamu Maharaja Tasya Siddhatmajodupa. The sons of Vivimshati was Rambha, whose son was the great and religious king Kani Netra. O king, the son of Kani Netra was King Karandama. Tasyavikshit suto yasya Marutaschakravatiya Samvarto yam Ajayatnyam vai Mahayogi virasutaha. So from Karandama came a son named Avikshit, and from Avikshit a son named Marutta, who was the emperor. The great mystic Samvrata, the son of Angira, engaged Marutta in performing sacrifice. Next, Maruttasya yatha jagno natatanyosti kaschana. Altogether, sarvam hiranmayam tvasi yatkinchirchasya sobhanam. The sacrificial ceremony of King Marutta was extremely beautiful, for everything was made of gold. Indeed, no other sacrifice could compare to this. So all these different kings and their dynasties are their descendants are being explained. If some special quality is there in such a person, that is being notified. That's all. So Amadya Indra Somena Dakshina Virvijataya Marutaha Pariveshtaro Ishvedeva Sapasada. In that sacrifice, King Indra became intoxicated by drinking a large quantity of somarasa. The Brahmanas received ample contribution and therefore they were satisfied. For that sacrifice, the various demigods who control the winds offered foodstuffs, and the Vishwadevas were members of the assembly. So that king was performing very nicely all the sacrifices. So because of Brahmana, so every devata is satisfied, and also Brahmanas. Maruttasya damahputras tasya sedrajya vardana Sudritis tatsuto jagne saukrute yo narasuta. Maruta's son was Dama. Dama's son was Rajavardhana. Rajavardhana's son was Sudriti. And his son was Nara. Tasutaha kevalastasma dunyudhu dundhuman vegavastataha Budhastasya bhavatyasya trunabindur mahipati. The son of Nara was Kevala and his son was Dunduman, whose son was Vegavan. Vegavan's son was Buddha, and Buddha's son was Trinabindu, who became the king of this earth. Tambejo Lambusha Devi Bhajaniya Gunalayam Varapsarayata Putra Kanya Chela Bhava. The best of the Apsaras, the highly qualified girl named Alambusha, accepted the similarly qualified Trinabindu as her husband. She gave birth to a few sons and daughter known as Ilavila. Yasmat utpadayamasam vishwavadanadam sutam pradaya vidyam param Krishi Yogeshwara Pitu. After the great saint Vishrava, the master of mystic yoga, received absolute knowledge from his father, he begot in the womb of Ilavala. Ilavala was married to Vishrava, and from her who came? Kuvera came. Okay? Vishalaha Shunya Bandhuscha Dhumraketuscha Tatsuta Vishalo Vamsha Rudraja Vaishali Nirmame Puri. Trinabandhu had three sons named Vishala, Sunyabandhu, and Dhumraketu. Among these three, Vishala created a dynasty and constructed a palace called Vaishali. Hemachandra sutastasya dhumrakshastasya chatmajaha tatputrat samyamasa se Krishna sahadevajaha. The son of Vishala was known as Hemachandra. His son was Dhumraksha and his son was Samyama, whose sons were Devaja and Prsadhra. Kushashva Soma Datto Bhur Yoshvamedhairdaspatim Ishva Purushamapapyam Gatim Yogeshwarasritam Soma Dattistu Sumatis Tatputro Janamejayah Edeva Isha Bhupalas Trunabindur Yashodhara. The son of Krishaswa was Somadatta, who performed Ashwamedha sacrifices and thus satisfied the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu. By worshipping the Supreme Lord, he achieved the most exalted post, a residence on the planet to which great mystic yogis are elevated. The son of Somadatta was Sumati, whose son was Janamejaya. All these kings appear in the dynasty of Vishala, properly maintained the celebrated position of King Trinabandhu. So thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purports of the 9th canto, 2nd chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Dynasties of the Sons of Manu. Thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. This Janmaya is different. Like this, so many Janmayas you can hear.
This dynasty was a shape kings also.
No, this is not from the Vaishya. This is another son. So Naabhagas. These descendants are Naabhagas. As Naabhaga is the Vaishya. So no, then after that, some sons are there, na? Not now.
All 8 are the right.
Sumati.
Saryati. 9 is Saryati. 8 was that.
Saryati is the one son. Yeah.
Father of Nabhaga.
Yeah. Saryati is father of Naabhaga.